WWRR, WWRR HD1, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, WYCK Plains, WMMZ, Berwick, Bloomsburg, Hazleton. Powered by Mohegan, Pennsylvania. This is The River, 105 and 103.5. This is Music on the Menu on The River.
Timothy, where on earth did you go?
Featuring Northeast PA's best artists.
Maybe, never mind. She can move me like the stereo, like a song on the radio. She's an angel in the morning, yeah, that's right.
And now, here's your host, Alan K. Stout.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.
All right, everybody, happy Sunday night. Welcome to Music on the Menu on The River. Alan K. Stout, as I always am, Sunday nights 9 to 10, bringing you regional artists from northeastern Pennsylvania doing their own original material. Hanging out with my partner in crime, D.C. Taylor. D.C., good evening.
Hi, yes. Alan, how are you?
I'm doing great, D.C. Always great to see you on a Sunday night as we queue up the local bands and artists and songwriters. And we've got a special show for you tonight because we have two guests in the studio. We have Neil Prisco, the marketing director from the FM Kirby Center, and Matt Giambra, the chief photographer for Discover NEPA. Coincidentally, I've known both of these gentlemen for a while. Matt used to work with us at the Visitors Bureau, and I got to meet Neil a little over a year ago when he came down to the Kirby.
Right.
But coincidentally, we both ended up, and we didn't know that we were going to participate, I don't think, until we found out about it maybe in August. We're both participating in the Leadership Northeast class, and so we're both in the class of 2025.
Nice.
Leadership Northeast is a great program that puts people from out throughout the community. If your employer wishes you to go through the program, it basically broadens your horizons as a professional in the workplace.
Right.
Whether it be in a leadership role, getting more involved in the community, getting more involved with various community projects. And so Neil, Matt, and I have been going through this program together with about 40 other people since August. So Neil and Matt, welcome to Music on the Menu. Great to have you here, both of you.
So happy to be here.
No, it really is great to have you guys on the show because we see each other a lot now. You know, these leadership, we go once a month all day. And then, you know, there's some other activities too. We had a Christmas party and some social things. And so it's great to see you. Now, one of the things about leadership, and that's why the guys are on the show with us here tonight, is once your class is put together in August, it is then divided into groups of about 7 people or 8 people. And each group has a particular community impact project, they are called, where you must go out into the community, you and your group, take on a project that's going to do good to help others. And you're both working on some great projects. I'm going to talk about all the leadership projects during the show. But for now, to kick off the show, I want to talk about the Kitchen Jam, which Neil is very involved with, which is coming up at the River Street Jazz Cafe on March 13th. And the Sanctuary Serenade, with Matt is very involved with, which is taking place at the Jazz Cafe on the 27th. So we'll go in chronology here. Neil, we'll start with you. Talk to us a little bit about your group with leadership. What's the nickname of your team? And about this concert that you have coming up in a couple weeks at the Jazz Cafe.
Of course. So first off, Alan, thank you so much for having us on the show. I'm ecstatic to be here. I love this show. And you guys support such wonderful, great regional music and getting the word out there for all these great musicians. It's awesome.
Thank you very much.
So part of the class, I'm part of the team, the KitchenAids. And the KitchenAids, we're really excited to say that we're partnering together with Northeast Sight Services, who does amazing work for the visually impaired and the blind. And actually, one of the amazing things that they do is inside their facility, they have a kitchen. And in that kitchen, they actually teach the visually impaired and blind how to cook. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
If you think about that, what they can do, because what that does is it helps people lead, more independent lives. We think about this, being visually impaired affects, we all know somebody who suffers from visual impairedness in some level, or even might have family members who are blind. And having that extra bit of freedom really just opens so many doors. And I think for anyone, we just want to live as good of a life as we can, right? And they actually do that work day in and day out. And in that kitchen, they do amazing work teaching people to do something that maybe we all take for granted, just the ability to make yourself a nice, warm, cooked meal at home.
Absolutely. It's empowering to these people, enabling, empowering, everything you could think of. So we had a bunch of projects to choose from when we all got together. And your group obviously gravitated towards this one. What was those discussions like when you were trying to pick, because they're all great projects.
Of course.
But everybody went with something that was speaking to them for some reason.
You're right.
How did you guys come to this consensus?
So a couple members of the group looked at the project and they thought, this is a great opportunity to really make an impact. This is something we can do that will have long-lasting effects that will really help people involved and people who will take advantage of having this kitchen. And other members of the group actually have family members who are visually impaired, who are suffering from either being blind or other forms of visual impairment. And so it meant a lot to, I think, the entire group. And also, Northeast Sight Services is a wonderful organization, and we're grateful to partner with them and help do a project in their facility.
Well, this is terrific. This event happens on the 13th of March with this month now. We're into March now.
We're a week and a half away. It's exciting.
Kitchen Jam, Dustin Douglas and the Electric Gentlemen are headlining. We're going to play a couple songs from Dustin now, and then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about the details, and then we'll get talking to Matt about the Sanctuary Serenade, which is also coming up in March. But for now, let's get to some tunes. This is Dustin Douglas. This is solo Dustin. This is a song called Daydream.
Have you ever woke up in a daydream? Can a daydream be the real thing? Maybe our life is out there a daydream, and you are not the queen to my king. Well, maybe I'm out of my head. Well, I'll just go back to daylight, black skies and starlight, trapped in an old-tight daydream. It's a daydream. Forget what was spoken, all will be broken. Daydream. It's a daydream. Hello, my name is Mr. Durden. Am I really alive in a way? I am sorry if I get you hurting. Is this daydream all a mistake? Maybe I'm out of my head. Well, I'll just get out of daylight. Black skies and starlight, strapped in an old-tight daydream. It's a daydream. Forget what was spoken, all will be broken. Daydream. It's a daydream. Is this really all a dream? Well, hey, Mr. Sandman, grab me by the head. Well, don't ever leave me stuck in a daydream. Black skies and starlight, trapped in an old-tight daydream. It's a daydream. Forget what was spoken, all will be broken. Daydream. It's a daydream.
Dustin Douglas and the Electric Gentleman here on Music on the Menu with a song called Ain't No Denying. Before that, Dustin Douglas, solo without the Gentleman. That's the first thing he did after he left Lemon Jelly with a song called Daydream. We just got word this week that Dustin's about to drop some new music. So hopefully we'll have that here for you on the show. Dustin always comes in and hangs out with us when he drops new music. So expect him here in the studio with us sometime, maybe before the end of the month. We're getting back to talking about Leadership Northeast and the community impact projects. We have Matt Giambra and Neil Prisco here. Neil's from the Kirby Center, Matt's from Discover NEPA. They both got benefits coming up at the Jazz Cafe with local bands to support their causes, their projects, and the great causes that they've gotten behind. So we're going to get to Matt in a minute, but Neil, wrapping up a little bit here about Kitchen Jam. March 13th, Jazz Cafe, Dustin Douglas, $20 at the door. And what else do you have going on there that night? Anything else we could look forward to?
We're excited. There will be a 50-50 raffle going on. We have wonderful donations that come around from around the community. We'll have auction baskets and raffle baskets, all that kind of fun stuff. As well as we mentioned, you can see the poster around town. You'll see special guests coming. So not only Dustin Douglas and the Electric Gentleman, as well as give a special shout out to Matt Gabriel, who's part of our leadership team. And he's the bassist in the band. How cool is that?
Yeah, I was thinking, how'd they get the Gentleman? And I'm like, oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Because, not that Dustin doesn't done a lot of benefits to the band. They played things that I was involved with a long time ago with Dustin. He's a good-hearted guy. But certainly having Matt in your group going through leadership and being a member of the band, that's going to be a nice night for him, too.
100%. I think
he's a great guy.
It means something to him on both sides. And just how cool is that we get to put those worlds together? And it's all, again, for a great cause. And also, if you want to get tickets before the day of, though, because who knows, it might sell out, you can actually go to givebutter.com/kitchenjam and buy your tickets online now.
Thank you, Neil. We appreciate that. You gotta hang around for the rest of the show because we're going to talk about leadership during the whole program. But I want to get over to Matt here, who's been patiently waiting his turn. Matt, the Sanctuary Serenade coming up on March 27th at also the Jazz Cafe. And you've got a guy performing there, Don Chappelle, who I've known Don for so long. I wrote about Music on the Menu, column about Don Chappelle maybe back in 1995. He's so involved with the community. He's so involved with the environment. I know he does a lot of stuff with Riverfest. He performs there every year. I just saw him perform at the courthouse on Martin Luther King Day. He did a beautiful set there honoring MLK. And so I was so excited to see you working with Don. Talk to us about your project, first of all, the Sanctuary Serenade, and your leadership group. What's the name of your group? And how do we lead to getting to this great benefit that you're working on?
Yes, and I just want to mirror what Neil said. Alan, really, thank you so much for having us here to talk about this. These projects they're all great. Listening to Neil talk about why he's doing what he's doing is just like, it was so meaningful and so heartfelt. And I feel like all of the projects in leadership are that way. And we feel the same about our project. We love what we're doing. So we are the supporters of the Sanctuary, and we are supporting the Lehman Sanctuary. Now, the Lehman Sanctuary is a 501c3 and is run by Chris Miller. Now, he is the founder and president. He owns the property. And he realized that the property has so many unique features when it comes to the environment. He has it preserved. Now, what's unique about it, though, is he's not just keeping it to himself. He's actually inviting groups, public groups, and school groups to come out there and use it as a teaching tool to teach people about the environment. So we are just, thrilled to be a part of this group and part of that project. Once we saw it come through the door, all of us in our group, we were all eager to get started and do something outdoors, which something is, near and dear to my heart.
I know that about you, for
but
sure.
Even like the rest of the group as well, we're just super excited to be working with Chris and the Sanctuary. It's going to be great.
Great project, and this happens on the 27th, so a couple weeks down the road, and you've got Don Chappelle performing. Looks like you got some other bands already announced on your lineup. Who else you got on the bill there?
Yeah.
Howie's Jam Band.
We got Howie's Jam Band. We have Mike Elward, who's just a phenomenal singer songwriter, and of course, like you said, Don Chappelle. Now, what's great about having Don Chappelle is, like you said, his heart pretty much belongs to the river, and it comes through in his music. It belongs to the environment. So. Funny story, when I was working for Discover NEPA, I think about 2 years ago, I was covering one of the River Fests in Wilkes-Barre, and there was this group playing, and they were taking photos, and I'm listening to the music, and I'm like, man, these guys are good, and I love what they're singing about. They're singing about the river.
He writes songs about
just so happens it's them. It's Don Chappelle.
That's why he gets the gig.
And so like 2 years later, here I am in a leadership group, and we're trying to put on this promo concert, and who do we have playing for us is, of course, Don Chappelle in the pickup. So it's just full circle. We couldn't think of any better musicians to come and play at the event. We're really, really excited.
He's a nice man. Like I said, I bumped into Don at the courthouse on Martin Luther King Day, and we wound up getting into a 10-minute discussion about the new Bob Dylan movie. He just he lives for music. He also did a Beatles benefit. I did, 2005, we did a tribute to John Lennon on the 25th anniversary of John's death at the Jazz Cafe. All the money went to the John Lennon Scholarship Fund, and Don was on the bill that night, too. So, great musical lineup you put together. Let's play a couple here from Don Chappelle on the pickups. This one's called Chesapeake Dream.
The fish are all gone like the wind, like the wind. They're never coming back, say the old watermen. These waters that once held so much life, everybody says it's a sin, it's a sin.
The workboats are pushed up on the shore. They're never going back out on the bay no more. Their days are numbered, their time it is past. We always thought the good old days would last. But the water turned cloudy and the shoreline was paid. The harbor grew crowded, hardly an effort was made to preserve all the things that we cherish the most, and are blind to the fact that they all soon be lost. The children someday will know nothing at all of the boats and the men and the fish that they haul. The skipjack, the oyster, the wooden tonguer are going away like the wind, like the wind. You can still hear the tales of the water so clean, of the shad and the sturgeon and the grass is so green, that grew on the bottom all over the bay. Now they've all just gone away. But the water turned cloudy and the shoreline was paved. The harbor grew crowded, hardly an effort was made to preserve all the things that we cherish the most, and are blind to the fact they all soon be lost. So the time is now to face what's at hand, to clean the water and clean up the land. For all of the trash we throw in the creek will soon find its way down to the Chesapeake. And we owe it to the future to preserve and protect the gift that we have, it's not ours to neglect. So all of our ancestors all through the days can be part of the wonders of the Chesapeake Bay.
you see the fog lifting out on the bay? Can you see the sun shining down from the heavens? Can you feel your soul lighten out on the water? There's a feeling that comes over me when I'm out on the water, like I'm part of something deeper than anything I've ever known. I can feel the wind wash over me like a dream that lasts forever. I can feel my soul rising out on the water. And the stars shine brighter on the water, like lighthouse beacons on the bay. And the world doesn't seem so mean and angry when I'm all alone, all alone on the water. And the stars shine brighter on the water, like lighthouse beacons on the bay. And the world doesn't seem so mean and angry when I'm all alone, all alone on the water. I can sing with the angels when I'm out on the water. I am one with the ages, like all the sailors on the sea. I am one with the eagle and the osprey in the morning. I can feel my soul rising out on the water. I am one with the eagle and the osprey in the morning. I can feel my soul rising out on the water, out on the water, out on the water.
Don Chappelle and the Pickups here on Music on the Menu with a song called Out on the Water. And before that, Don and the Pickups with a song called Chesapeake Dream. Don will be performing on March 27th at the River Street Jazz Cafe as part of the Sanctuary Serenade, which is a benefit to benefit a Leadership Northeast project that Matt Giambra and his team are putting together. And he talked all about that on the last segment. I want to give a shout out to Don and his band there, of course. That's Don, of course, in the band, Don Chappelle, Terry Renninger, and Barry Dervinis. So you could check those guys out at the Jazz Cafe on the 27th. I want to talk a little bit about some of the other projects happening with Leadership Northeast this year. We gave some big shout outs here to the Sanctuary Serenade and the Kitchen Jam, Neil and Matt talking about that. I'm actually going through the program myself, as I mentioned at the top of the show. Our group is called the Guardians of the Garden, and we are creating raised garden beds at the Step by Step facility here in Plains, not far from the casino at all, probably about 1.5 miles from where we're sitting right now. And we've been working on that project diligently, and with the goal, of course, as all of us, to have it done before we graduate in June. But ideally, about a month or at least prior to that is the goal for all of us. And so, we're looking for maybe early May to have our project wrapped up. The supporters of the sanctuary, we talked about with Matt. The Conservative Collective, they're doing a project with the North Branch Land Trust Conservation Corner. And they've actually did their fundraiser already. They did something at the Abide Coffee House on February 23rd. The Knights of Lord Butler. I was very interested in this project when I saw it because I love the Wilkes-Barre Preservation Society. And they are renovating the garage behind the historic Zebulon Butler House Museum, and they're converting it into an antique store. So they're really taking on a big project. And they've got some stuff coming up. They've got a night at the game in the luxury box with the Penguins. So they're selling chances for you to really, really have a wonderful night out at a Penguins game.
Sounds amazing.
The Butler House Project has a second fundraiser that they're going to be doing on April 26th, and that's with Chipotle, where if you go in there on the 26th, they have an agreement with them that 25% of event sales go to the cause. And so they're doing, they're just, a second fundraiser that they're also doing. Because that garage needs a lot of work from what I understand, so they need some funding. So a great cause. And so you could check that out. They're promoting all this stuff on the Leadership Northeast Facebook page. So you could go there and check out the Knights of Lord Butler, the Conservation Collective, the Guardians of the Garden, the Supporters of the Sanctuary. Another group is the Little League Legends, and they are renovating the concession stand at the Hanover area Little League. And they did have an event already at Benny's Brewing Company, so some people have been out and about already doing their fundraising. The KitchenAids, that's Neil's group that we talked about. So we already talked about their big show coming up at the Jazz Cafe. And Packs for a Purpose. And they're working with the Keystone Mission to provide first-time homeless backpacks to clients at the Wilkes-Barre Innovation Center for homeless and poverty that include essential resources such as hygiene items, flashlights, water bottles, etc. And they're doing a fundraiser in conjunction with the Texas Roadhouse on the 26th, where you get 10% off your order for takeout and dine-in, and proceeds will benefit their project. And so check that out as well. And like I said, all these things are being promoted through Leadership Northeast on the Facebook page. So want to give a shout out to all 7 of the groups that are all out there doing great work for the community. Let's keep the music rolling here with Alyssa Lazar, and then we're going to get back to Matt and Neil talking a little bit more about leadership. This one's called New Hustle.
You know I'm back and I'm better than I ever was. Stone cold sober with a better, faster kind of buzz. You'll hear the whispers on the corners of the city streets. Sleep like a baby knowing they're all whispering about me. I feel it in my soul. I'm better
I found a new hustle.
Quiet daydream one more time to sift through the madness in my mind. Broken wheels stop spinning round and turn my smiles upside down. Well, I want to thank you for leaving me, 'cause I was so broken that I couldn't see. The only thing holding me back was you. And now I'm alone when each day is through. And this is for all the good times we used to share. And this is for all the good times still out there. I want you to know that you're still beautiful, you see. And it don't matter how many lovers you've been through since me. See, there's a warmth in your soul that shines in your eyes when we wake up Sunday mornings, lying side by side. And there was a short time when things were good, and in that short time I treated you like I should. I want you to know that I still dream of you each night. And I don't care where you wake up or if it's right, 'cause sometimes the feeling, it gets so deep. But sometimes the mountain, oh you know it's just too steep. And this is for all the good times we used to share. And this is for all the good times still out there. I want you to know that you're still beautiful, you see. And it don't matter how many lovers you've been through since me. There was a time in late September when I left it all behind, holding on to nothing but the wheel that drives my mind. And I heard your tires spinning in the mess I left back home. I just hope you know that right now we're both better off alone. So if this is the last good time we get to share, and if there ain't no more good times for us out there, I want you to know that you're still beautiful to me. And there'll still be that place in time where you'll always be. Quiet daydream one more time to sift through the madness in my mind. Broken wheels stop spinning round and turn my smiles upside down. getting drunk and late. Just a typical girl. Tell us all your sex parades. 'Cause all I want is a sophisticated animal to realize the kind of loving from the physical. She washes herself when I'm standing in the room and goes, I think about you all the time. Yeah, I think about you, but baby, it's true. I think about you all the time. So tell me, are you a sophisticated animal to light your body like a sexual dynamo? She washes herself when you're standing still. I think about you all the time. Yeah, I think about you, but baby, it's true. I think about you all the time. Yeah, all the time, all the time now, all the time, all the time, all the time now, all the time, all the time, all the time now, all the time, all the time, all the time. I think about you all the time. Yeah, I think about you, but baby, it's true. I think about you all the time.
The silent treatment here on Music on the Menu, a song called All the Time. Before that, Miz with a beautiful song called Broken Wheels. And before that, Alyssa Lazar with a great tune called New Hustle. Hanging out here with Neil Prisco and Matt Giambra from the Leadership Northeast core class of 2025, talking about their community impact projects. We talked a lot about them on the beginning of the show. Neil, we'll go to you first since we're going in chronology with your events. You've been, we're about 3/4 of the way through our leadership class. What are you enjoying the most about this experience that we're all having?
And honestly, it's a great experience overall. I mean, everything about it, between the lessons that we get to, learn leadership traits and, kind of strategies. On top of that, the networking, the people you meet, and also getting to go around these great places in Luzerne County and learn about all these other organizations. I mean, for me, I really think it's a combination of the people that I've gotten to meet through the class and also people in my team, as well as then the organizations that we get to, go visit and go see. I mean, I think we've been to places like, we went to the JCC, we went to Benco.
Yeah.
We've gone to the courthouse this month. We've been to a couple other great organizations. And I think, so many things I learned that I didn't know before. It's just a wonderful experience. The first day we had regular class, they had us kind of on a scavenger hunt just so we could learn about downtown Wilkes-Barre and see all these different places around there. And I work in downtown Wilkes-Barre every day and still got to learn a couple things. And I love that. It was just, it's a great experience.
That was a real fun day.
It's a really great opportunity to meet a lot of different people and also be around a lot of other people who are extremely motivated, and everyone's kind of rowing in the same direction where they just want to see this area do great things.
I have to tell listeners, we had an exercise a couple months ago at one of our meetings where we were given about 10 minutes to come up with a script and to come up with and then to come in and act out a certain scenario. It was a holiday Christmas party, and we were given certain props that we had to use. And I happened to be assigned into Neil's group for that project. And ever since then, my nickname for Neil is Lauren, for Lauren Michaels, because he came up with the funniest script on the spot. that, I mean, I was showing the video to my kids and my coworkers when I got back to work. I mean, it was fantastic, Neil. So you learn talents about your friends too.
Well, you know what it is. We had a great group. Everyone in that group was game. We just jumped in, had a lot of fun, and that's the best part about it too. You get people out of their comfort zone, and it's wild to see what everyone comes up with.
That was terrific. Let's keep the music rolling. We're going to come back to Matt and talk to him about his leadership experience. Let's play a couple more tunes. This is Jared Campbell, a song called Never Knew.
Was it just the way she walked? Or is it me going crazy? Was it just the way she talked? Or is it me? Never knew what I had until I gave it all away. I never knew what I had.
Not in the face you see, just part of this game, just part of my misery. I bought a ticket for the real thing, and how was I to know where it would lead me? This lonely rain seems never ending. All I know is when she cries, I bleed. It's all so unreal. hoped you would break? Did I hope you would break these walls I'm building? How am I to know she still needs me? This lonely rain just keeps on falling down. She's crying again, when she cries, please. It's all so unreal. Maybe something Lennon used to feel. It's far, far too unreal. There's nothing better left for me to steal. It's all so unreal. Maybe just like heaven used to feel. Far, far too unreal. Nothing better left for me to steal. It's all so unreal. Maybe something Lennon used to feel. It's far, far too unreal. Nothing better left for me to steal.
Mere Mortals here on Music on the Menu with a song called Unreal. And before that, Jared Campbell with a song called Never Knew. This has been Music on the Menu. We're here every Sunday from 9 to 10, playing you the best regional music from northeastern Pennsylvania. I want to thank Neil and Matt for coming in. Neil told us all about what he's enjoyed about his leadership experience. We're about 3/4 through the program now. What about you? You know, I've been seeing you once a month all day and out and about throughout this process, this learning experience we're all having. What are you enjoying the most about it?
I have to say, I've always been in love with the whole, personal development, personal growth type, genre. And I feel like Leadership Northeast is all of that. And it just brings you so much closer to not only the community, but like knowing who you are, what your strengths, what your weaknesses are. Going into this program, I had thought I knew myself pretty well until that one exercise that we did in the very beginning where there was a scenario where there was just a bunch of weird things that you would never want to experience in your life, and you had to kind of pick and choose who you think would be, the best candidate to either save or to help. And I was so sure of my answer. I thought, this is it. I'm going to everyone's going to agree with me here because this is the obvious choice. And when I realized that not only did nobody in my group agree with me, but hardly anybody in the whole entire class agreed that that was the right one, it just made me realize that, wait a second, maybe the way I'm seeing things isn't always,
I said this to somebody.
accurate.
If you're a know-it-all, leadership isn't for you.
Exactly. Yeah. So there's
you
a
need
lot
to come
of room
in there
for
with,
growth.
I'm doing okay for myself and my career and so forth, and I think I know what I'm doing at my job, but I can grow and I could get better and I could learn to maybe to think a little bit differently. I'll tell you a little bit about our project. So the day that my team picked our project was the only day I missed all year. It was that Friday in September, and I had tickets to see the Yankees Red Sox. So I had those long before. We knew we had to meet that Friday. So I've been at every meeting and everything. And I was there half a day. I just had to leave early because I went to the Yankee game. So they picked the project, and I know nothing about gardening. If I was voting that day, I probably would have been pounding boards up at the Little League field or painting the Butler house because that's what I like to do. But I thought about it, and I thought, you know what? Learn. I don't know what a raised garden bed even is, And I could kill a cactus. I have no green thumb. It's hard to kill a cactus. I can kill one. You don't even water these things. I could find a way for one to die in my care. And so I love the fact that, I'm doing a project with people that know a lot about this stuff. And I'm not just along for the ride. I'm learning, and I want to be as hands-on as possible. And
it stretches you.
I think it stretches you out. And so, I think we're all enjoying it very much. Guys, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank
we
you.
wish you the best of luck with those 2 fundraisers that you have coming on and completing your project. And again, thanks for joining us tonight.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Leaving now, as I always do with the Badleys, this is Way Back Home. We'll catch you next week.
I know I've got a situation, and I know there's not much I can do, but you say it's just a passing phase, but I know it's true. Yes, it's true. But if I had your back, I probably wouldn't be here staring at the wall. And my last feeling when it's going home. I'm going somewhere, I think I'd do the same. If I could get there, if I could find my way back home. If I could find my way back home. You say I'm falling in and out of what you say. It's common sense, and you say it's still a passing phase, but I thought it through. Well, if I had a car, I know I wouldn't drive it, leave it at the bar, sleep inside it. If I had a time, I'd probably still be drinking, but everybody's gone. Now I'm wondering if I can find my way back home. If I can find my way back home. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's always coming back to you. Da 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 da.